You are welcome to the Lord TV, your number one fantastic reality TV that gives you all that it takes to be enlightened on trending news such as politics, entertainment, sports, and what have you. If you are new on this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button as well as already subscribed. So please don't forget to drop your comments anytime I drop new videos. Thank you. Ciao, ciao. Viewers, IMO panel uncovers 112.8 billion naira stolen by bank under Okorocha's administration. The news in detail. A committee is set up to investigate the finances of the Imo State government under the Okorocha administration says it has uncovered 112.8 billion dubious debts owed the state by 9 commercial banks. It said the monies owed by the banks were claims from various infractions, including unexplained debits as well as penalties arising from such in their dealings with the state government. Some of the questionable debits from the state accounts, according to the panels, are excess panel claim, excess quote charges, excess interest on authorized overdrafts, excess interest collection on loans, wrong debit recovery, double reversal, inappropriate facility fees, excess advisory and processing fees, excess management fees collection on disbursement, net loss on investment of short-term facility. The panel was set up by Emeka Ihedioha, immediate past governor of the state, with the mandate to review all financial transactions of the state during the 8 years administration of Okorocha, now a senator. In a February 6 letter to Hope Uzodinma, Ihedioha's successor, the committee said while the banks are to refund the state 74.6 billion as principal amount from alleged infraction and penalties, they are to pay another 38.2 billion as principal sum and penalty. Imo's claims summary against 9 banks. The letter, signed by Abraham Nwankwo, the committee chairman and former director general of Debt Management Office, said part of the 38.2 billion arose from various debits from the state account without proper narration. It reads, based on the joint report of the consortium of consultants, the 9 banks that came under review were to refund the sum of 74 billion 602 631 560 and 46 to the state as principal amounts involved in such infraction and attendant penalties. In addition, the sum of 38 billion 221 701 806 and 96 were to be claimed, covering the principal sum and attendant penalties arising from the aggregation of debits entries to the state account without proper narrations, and for which no explanation was provided to the committee despite repeated demands. The committee attended that while formal demands for the refunds were issued to the banks on December 3, 2019, a majority of them were yet to respond after the 30-day deadline. It said it was considering a number of measures to recover the funds, but suspended further actions following Ihedioha's removal from office. It asked Uzodinma to ensure recovery of the funds, as it would be a grave and historical insult, assault and financial rape of the state if the recovery is not vigorously pursued under whatever excuse. Thank you for listening to this news. Viewers, as you have heard from the news, you can see what the government, the administrations of our governors are causing to our states. So many things they will see, they'll pretentiously take their face off because of what they are getting from these places. Look at the wholesome that organizations, banks, companies are owing the state, and the governor will just pretentiously take his face off as if he knows nothing about it. Of course, he has a department that handles the debt issue, and he won't say that the departments are not updating him on the various organizations and their debt matters. So what now stops him for pursuing and making sure that proper remittance is being made to the state, to make sure that the state gets an updated report in terms of financial issue? If not that there is something behind, or there is something the governor is actually getting from these banks. So please, I don't know, what is your own comment concerning this news? Because to me, there is a foul play in the recovery of this debt, and I think Hope Uzodinma should take it up from where Ihediola has just left for him, and make sure that all of this money are recovered. Because if it's these bank people, I know they will collect all the money they have given you down to the last penny. So same should be done to them. So leave your comment behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to receive more updates. Thank you.
But she will have to spend